Here are 5 tips that will help you stand out as a candidate in the interviewing process. Number one, have your value add in the bullets in your resume. Instead of writing your duties, write what the result was from your efforts, either directly or indirectly. Most people can quantify either monetarily or with time savings. And those are the things that employers and hiring managers are looking for. Number two, do your research on the company. Don't just go onto their website and read their mission statement and look at their executive profiles. That's important, but also you can read their LinkedIn's, see what other companies they've worked at. You can Google the company's name and then filter by news and sort by the most recent to find what the company's been involved in recently. Ask good questions about that. If they're publicly traded, you can look at their SEC filings or a nonprofit. You can review their 990s. Seeing their financials will do more than just show that you did your research, but it can also be a tell sign to see if they're growing or even stable as a company that you might potentially want to interview with. Match the personalities of people interviewing you, match their tone, the speed of their communication, even their postures. It's called mirroring, as people like folks that are similar to themselves. If you can keep up the conversations, assuming that they talk quickly, or maybe it's somebody that talks a little bit slower, that's a little bit more analytical. If you match that, they're going to tend to appreciate that and see themselves in you. Also, you can ask great questions. One of the best questions I've ever heard a candidate ask is, if I was brought into the role and ended up being the absolute best person that you've ever hired after 6 to 12 months, what are those top 3 things that I had accomplished in that time to have made that the case? This gives you great understandings of their expectations, and it also sets you up in their mind as a successful candidate in the role. The last is write a thank you note, a very personalized one. You'd be surprised the number of candidates who actually write a well written, personalized thank you note that reminds that interviewer about your conversation. These tips should help you stand out while interviewing.